Hey guys, back with another video. This is part 2 of my 3-part series of what are macronutrients and the role they play in bulking, cutting, and maintaining. Today, the topic is going to be about cutting. This is for the cutting community, so if you want to learn about bulking, please go back to my first part series of what are macronutrients. If you want to learn about maintaining, stay tuned. My next video will come out very soon about maintaining. So as a fitness enthusiast, for the past 7 years, I've dabbled into a lot of fitness, nutrition, and everything to do with fitness and health. I am not a health professional, so take my word with a grain of salt, but I would provide you the best information that I have found along the way. So for cutting, there are a few things you want to look into while cutting. What are your goals? What do you plan on doing? And how do you plan on going about your cutting experience? I will let you know firsthand that cutting is no easy task. It definitely is strenuous, it is tiresome, and you will feel fatigue. I will let you know that there is a breakthrough though. It's not just all tiredness throughout the whole time, at least not from my experience. For the first 2 to 3 weeks, you will feel very fatigued, very tired, but I will let you know around the first month mark, right after you get it down, right after your body gets used to eating as little as you are forcing it to, you will start to feel significant changes in your athleticism, in your lightweightness, in your pretty much your overall endurance. You will start to feel the benefits of cutting, and that you will see in your definition, in your muscular definition, what I'm talking about. For me, I'm a 5'9" man for scale, and I weigh 192 pounds. At my lightest, I was 152 to 155 at night, so I was pretty light, around 150 pounds. I was my most vascular, my most muscular, and my most toned. 150 pounds for a man that's my height, 5'9", it seems pretty light, and I was light, I was pretty slim, but I was my most lean. So if you want to be as lean as possible, let's break that down. Macronutrients always play a key role in bulking, cutting, and maintaining. For macronutrients, I want to put an emphasis always on all my videos, at least if I can. Protein intake is such an important part of anyone's fitness journey. I always want to stress that out. For the most part, you can't almost ever have too much protein, because there's only so much you can really eat in a healthy manner. 1 gram of protein per body fat is typically what I'm always going to be teaching you guys. That's 1 gram of protein per body fat. That's always, in a sense, my main goal. Obviously, I'm no perfect man. I'm not gonna pretend to tell you guys I always eat healthy or I always eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat. I'm not about to go 7 days a week doing that. It's not that I don't want to, it's that just life happens sometimes, For me, I like to hit at least 140 to 200 grams of protein in my day. Obviously, if I'm going to be working a lot, whether that be having a long day at work and then working out early in the morning, I like to work out personally. I like to work out at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up at 3:30 a.m. I go to the gym at 4 o'clock until 5:30 a.m. and then I get to work by 6, if not a little earlier, maybe 5:45. I'm really close to my gym. I'm blessed to be that close. But that's my workout. That's my workout routine. 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat. For carbohydrates, remember guys, carbohydrates are a very important, essential nutrient in your body, so do not skimp too much out on them, or else you're going to really regret it. I'll just let you know, like I said before, cutting, being lean is already fatiguing enough. If you cut too many carbs out, you're really going to be setting yourself up for failure. You want to set reasonable expectations. That's what I'm always going to be teaching you guys. Reasonable expectations for fitness is the only way to go about your fitness journey. For me, what I personally went through, for a scale of what you guys may be able to base your own off, if you're around my height, about 5'10" to 6 foot, which is typically an average height for a man, I personally went from anywhere on the lowest end, 225 grams of carb, to 300 grams of carb. 300 was obviously in the highest days of my most strenuous workout days, and then 225 was on my rest days or something that was just light, I got by. That's what I would do. Whatever you guys find yourself in doing, I would encourage anyone to macro count as much as possible. I personally macro counted and calorie counted, and that was the best option for me. But everybody's different. Now for fat intake, Remember, carbohydrates are your short-term energy source. You get that immediately, and that's carbohydrates are sugars broken down. Essentially, they are sugars. Now, fat, that is your long-term energy. That is for when you are sleeping, when you are fasting. Fasting is between each meal, pretty much, because you're not eating for X amount of time. For your fat intake, for me, what I personally did, now it might sound a little extreme. I personally went from anywhere from 20 to a maximum of 50 grams of fat per day. That's a very low amount of fat per day. I was willing to put my body through that. Not everybody has to. I would say on a very healthy and very, not that I wasn't healthy, but on a very good and basic routine, I would say 30 and up to 60 grams of fat per person to start on your cutting. If you're brand new to cutting, try going above 40, because you're really going to regret if you go any lower. You're going to end up indulging throughout random times of your day and feel like you just failed your cutting experience. Now, remember, fitness is supposed to be enjoyable. You're supposed to enjoy your routine. You're supposed to enjoy your lifestyle. It's not just a routine. It's not just a phase. It's a lifestyle. That's what we're going to be teaching on this channel. Fitness is a lifestyle. Once again, a lifestyle. You can't be going every day and thinking, oh, tomorrow I'm going to work out, tomorrow I'm going to do this, tomorrow I'm going to do that, and then you end up having a donut today, or you end up having a pretty fattening meal, and then you think to yourself, I ruined all my progress. Remember, fitness is accumulative. What you got yourself to today, what I got myself to in my videos, I've shown you my physique and what I've got myself to, it took months, took years, what I've done. And it's not gonna all crumble in one day. You can't just expect yourself to also look like David Lade one day or look like Alex Eubank in one day. You're gonna need to set yourself reasonable expectations. That's pretty much it for the video. I want you guys to think on how you guys can set yourself reasonable expectations. Once again, that's one thing we'll be talking about a lot on this channel, are reasonable expectations. If there's anything I left out in this video on cutting, on being lean, on anything you guys want to learn more about, please let me know in the comments. Please drop a like and a subscribe if you guys liked the video. It would genuinely make me very happy to see that you guys liked my video and you guys wish to subscribe and hear more about fitness and nutrition. Catch you guys later.